Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I'm sharing an 11 by 8.5 layout, and this is part of the product focus for Rediscover Your Stash Facebook group, and she wanted to pull out chipboard. So I went digging in my stash and actually pulled out raw chipboard, which means you have to paint it or do something to it. I guess you don't have to. You could put it on your layout just like this, but it's going to look not finished. I have lots of this chipboard still in my stash, and I really need to get it used. So I decided to go ahead and focus on that. I have two photos of my oldest son at my work, and I will explain the photos a little bit later on. But I pulled out some ephemera pieces from the collection Carson, which is by Bella Blvd, along with the chipboard pieces. The letters are from Heidi Swapp. The skeleton is from Rusty Pickle, which is an older company that is no longer in business. And here I have Bella Blvd papers, like I said, from the Carson collection. I'm going to bring in the star paper, this green, and the yellow that I showed at the beginning. And then this black one is from the Besties collection. And basically I went with green and yellow because the ephemera pieces that I found were green and yellow. And I just wanted to get them used because they're not pieces that I probably would use a whole lot. So since they kind of went together and they were going with the theme I was going with, I decided to go ahead and just go with the green and yellow. So here I'm poking out the eyes, the nose, and the mouth of the skeleton. And I did kind of use a little, what is that? A nail file to make them a little bit smoother because older chipboard has little jagged edges on it sometimes that you have to either take off with scissors or a nail file, and that's what I did. This is really sped up because it took me quite a while to paint all of these, but I just used black acrylic paint and painted all of them. And then I used Shimmerz paint in coal, which is a black, and I went ahead and went over the black acrylic paint with that, and that gives it kind of like a shiny look. The skeleton I put texture paste on, and then I painted it with white acrylic paint. So you'll be able to see those a little bit better in the close-ups. I really didn't think it was that interesting to watch me paint them. I do paint the sides and the edges though, because I don't like to see the edge of it. So I went ahead and went all the way around all of them. And then here I'm matting the background paper with the black paper. And then I used that like ball paper for the other one since he's laying in what we used to call the ball pit. And it was a little like baby little section where you could sit the babies up that weren't sitting up yet. I worked at a daycare center, and that's where he's at. He's laying in that ball, and he's actually asleep. This was really early in the morning. We had gotten up, got ready to go to school, go to work. I used to take him to work with me, and then he went to school from there. And when we got to work, he's like, I don't feel very good. And I was like, really? You're going to tell me that now that we're already here at work? So I let him go to sleep in the spare room that wasn't being used so that we could sanitize it later. But he went to sleep, and when my boss got there about 30 minutes later, I told her, he wasn't feeling well. I needed to go home. And she said, okay. So we left. But not after I took a couple of pictures of him sleeping in this little ball pit with all the balls around him, the little stuffed baby balls. And he just looked so cute. And so I'm going to put No School Today as my main title. And then Game Over I used is one of the ephemera pieces. And I used a little remote control and a laptop and a little hoodie. And then I'm going to make it flip open, and it's going to show the other picture inside, since again these are all 4x6s, and I just needed a little bit more room for both of them to be on the layout, plus all of these big ephemera pieces and the title. So I'm going to put the two little chipboard stars here on the left and the right, And then the skeleton is actually going to go inside, and that's where I'm going to put my journaling strips too later on. So the skeleton I put in here first, and then I go and put his little mouth and his nose and his eyeballs back in, and those I painted black. So again, you'll be able to see the texture here in just a minute on it when I show the close-ups. I made sure to get a good angle of it so you could see the texture on the skull. I think it turned out pretty cool. But this one here, I really like. And it was kind of simple besides painting all the chipboard. Now I remember why I don't use chipboard very often, because you have to do something with it. So it usually takes a little bit more time. But pretty much that's my layout for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry it was a little sped up there, but like I said, I thought it was kind of boring to watch me just paint the pieces for the layout. But hopefully you guys enjoyed and you're getting an idea of how to use up some of that chipboard. If you have that raw chipboard still in your stash, dig it out. Like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow in another layout. Bye.